Hey guys, welcome to ND72 YouTube channel, and this is my CLK55. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. It's Adam72. So we're back with our CLK55. So you remember the last video we did the limited slip and we rebuilt that axle, and wow, night and day difference on the car. So what we're going to do today is a little bit of maintenance and a little bit of go fast stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a new ECU from VTech onto the car. So we're going to flash that really quick, and then also this next part's a little bit of maintenance and just a good upgrade because I'm in there. So what we got here is a upgraded fuel pump. This one came from Rob at Knees Wings. This one is from a SL65. They flow at 310 liters per minute compared to the 190 factory one. Now, before you say anything, I don't need an upgraded pump right now, but my pump was always having a problem holding pressure, and it was dropping off. So I needed a new pump anyways, and these, I think right now, are like 320 bucks, and then it comes with couple little things to install, and this is literally a direct plug-and-play bolt-on. It's the same pump I got on my SLK32, and I love it. Mainly, the biggest benefit is, I mean, you're going to get more fuel, it's going to last longer, it's going to be safer, it's a brand new effing pump, and even the one meant for this car was like 250 bucks. So, from Rob, it was an extra like $70 to get an upgraded pump, so there was, why the heck wouldn't I be? And also, if you ever look at some of my videos when I went to the track, I was having little problems with the transmission. I mean, granted, this car is over a 20-year-old car. It has like over 150, quarter million mile. I guess a lot of miles on the tranny, and I beat the living crap out of it. So what I got here are, it's kind of like a mini rebuild for the valve body. So my issue that I was having was 1 to 2 was always good, but that 3 to 4, every once in a while will get hung up and do delayed or it wouldn't shift, and I've just always hated that. So what these kind of do, I'll show you once we pull the valve body out, but these should fix the problem, and these were like 50 bucks. I'm going to try to remember to leave a link to all 3 of these products, to VTech's website, which will give me more horsepower, to the fuel pump, which will basically fix a broken issue, and help me out get power down the road, and with these we'll hopefully fix the tranny, and then we'll be all good. So we're going to start ripping apart the car and have some fun. So we got the old pump out, and as you can see, a huge difference between old and new. Just like the bodies, big difference, but it should bolt right up, and it should flow a lot more. So we're going to go throw it in. Alright, new pump is, see how it fits perfectly in there. It's just a little bit longer in the casing, but all the lines work. And if you need to know how to do this, and the good thing about the Rob, what he sends you is brand new clips that are so much easier to get on than the stupid factory Mercedes ones. And to take these off, it's pretty effing easy. It's just this line right here, this line right here, and then you have the 2 electrical connections, which I think they're like 8 mils or 7 mils. And the top and bottom, just remember, big up top, small on the bottom. And literally this one little screw, don't take it out, just loosen it, and this whole thing will drop down. But pretty good. Alright, so we got the new pump in. Before we move on, we just want to fire it up and make sure nothing crazy happens. Fires right up fine. Now, one thing I do want to show you. So also before, right when you would shut the car off, the pressure would just drop immediately. Now it's actually holding fuel. So what I was trying to show you is before, I'll put the clip in down here. Before the pump, it was like, I think we were like 10 or 15 PSI lower. Whenever I rev it, it would just drop so extremely. But now it's staying pretty good. I'm going to be able to read it. You got it? Make sure you got the whole So now we're going to move on to the transmission stuff. So first we're going to just do the drain plug. It's just going to be a 5 Allen, and we're going to start let this drain. Fluid is still looking pretty red, so not bad, not bad. I'm not going to show you the full step-by-step, but because I'll put a video of how to pull the valve body out. But we're going to rip everything out, and then once I get on the table, then I'll show you to do everything. Alright, now that we got the valve body out on my nice little table, it's going to be really simple. Just start taking off the conductor plate. So mine has the little caps. And then you're going to bump up these little screws to get the solenoids out, which are pretty straightforward and easy. To take solenoids, it's just a T30. Don't really go too strong. I know I got a huge wrench right here, or ratchet, but just go light with it, and these should come off pretty easily. Also, one thing I do kind of recommend, like I'm on the table, try to make sure everything's pretty clean. Just because you don't want too much debris, so don't be doing this in the grass. Get like a table and some rags. Oh, I'm definitely getting a smaller one then. There we go. Nice little hand wrench. And also try to keep everything organized. So if you have a big clean work area, it'll be so much easier to know which solenoid goes where. Because they are different. There's torque lockups and then there's shift solenoids. So now we got all the solenoids off. You should be able, the conductor plate will just pop out. So there's little clips, where are they? Like right over here. So we're going to start with the one on this side. So these are little, just T20s. So you're going to start taking these off and be very careful. There are springs underneath here. So I'm going to start knocking it out. I'm going to elevate it a little bit with some rags. There you go. So what you do want to be careful with when you get to the last one, there's a spring. So just make sure you be very careful with it. I'm probably going to flip this valve body up so I got more leverage. So now you get that plate off, you can kind of see this is the main spring that I feel was doing the most pushing. So just be cautious when you do it. And if you don't feel comfortable, don't do it. And then we're going to start pulling this apart and fix those little pieces. And then the one we're going to be working on is this one right here. So you're going to pull a little spring out, and you can already see this is sliding out pretty easily. No pliers, no nothing. That little piece comes out with it too. And I don't know if you could tell really. Let's see if it'll let it go. You could definitely see a lot of wear on this. The camera might not be picking up, but in like human form, like it's got some wear on it. So here's what the brand new one looks like, and here's the old one. Let me flip around. So here's the difference between the brand new and the old one. As you can see, the brand new one has the O-ring, and it's all no wear, no marks, or no nothing. This O-ring is what's really going to make it seal better for next time. And this one is the 1 to 2, shift 4 to 5, I think. I'll look it all up and put in the, make a little clip of it. So now we're on this side. This is the 2 to 3. So basically the same thing, straightforward, big springs, so on and so forth. This one I might need to get a little needle nose just because I can't grip it. But just be very careful when you're taking this stuff out. You don't want to break anything. So I pull my little spring out. Boop. Pull that. Oh, I'm going to have to get my plunger out. Give me a little plunger. And now I'm going to do the same thing. So here's the old one. And then I'm going to have to match it up, but basically new one. So this one, like you could see, come on, focus. It definitely has this one has a lot more scoring than even the other one did, like astronomical. So I'm going to do the same thing. Go to the diagram, figure out which one it is, and just keep going. So this side's the last one. This is the 3 and 4. So very generic. We've done it multiple times. Same thing. Take your bolts out, hold your spring in, replace your stuff. This is what the last one looks like after the plate. Same thing. Pull your little spring out right there. Like I keep moving it back and forth, but yeah, I'm just using these as just like a teeny little pull it. There we go. And pull my little plunger. Just be very careful. You're going to shove the needle nose in there. You don't want to scrape anything up. But now here's this one. Same thing. You could definitely see like wears and you could feel marks in it. So once you got some tranny fluid and you're all lubed up, just put it right back in. I don't know if I already said this. So one good thing that I do like is you can actually feel how much harder these are to get in once it hits like the O-ring. You just got to give it a little bit of a push. Also verify there's no debris in there. Nope, no debris. So after that, you just throw the valve body back in, just do the reverse order of all that stuff. Pretty straightforward. So now we're just going to start filling it up. I'm going to start with 4 quarts. Then I'm going to check it and let it run a little bit, and then just keep adding as needing. Same thing as you would do with any of these. So we're going to see, and hopefully it works. Oh, and another thing I just noticed as I'm filling this up with the tranny fluid, so that whole procedure took me roughly an hour. So I haven't fired the car up in probably 2 hours, and look at the fuel pressure still. It is still, too zoomed in. It is still chilling at like 55. My last one dropped pressure within seconds. So that old pump definitely had a bad check valve in it. So no matter what, hopefully, I don't even drive the car. It might be like 100% better than it ever was before. Just I might be getting so much more fuel. I do have the air fuel gauge, and we're sending all the data to VTech so you can keep adjusting the tune. But we'll see when we fire this thing up, when we actually drive it. All right, so we got the laptop. VTech sent us our first tune. So usually what I do with them is do a couple road tunes. So I got the AFR gauges where we do a pull, do this, send him the data and all my stuff, and he'll adjust it if needed. So I will say this, if anyone thinks about getting a tune on most of these cars, like a ME 2.8 ECU, and even a lot of the newer ones, best person to go with is VTech. Like, even if you think price of this or price of that, the customer service is what sells me on him 100%. I went with Eurocharge back in the day when Jerry used to do a lot of the stuff. And as you know, a lot of people know me personally, and you know about the Eurocharge Orlando incident that cost me like a buttload of money. And then when Eurocharge locked our CLS and they locked the E55 tune, we had to go and revert all that back. So VTech, 100% great. So now on the car, we got the upgraded fuel pump. We got the ECU tune. We did a couple other things, and the car is running so much better. So we're going to start doing a couple pulls. We were going to go do today a couple pulls, but we have a couple other cars I got to pull in the shop. So hope you guys liked the video. The next one, we should have all the bushings for the limited slip, so we can actually take this car and start ripping at it really hard. So I hope you guys like it. Like and subscribe. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at BuffyCLK500. Make sure you throw a comment down, say something cool or whatever. And catch you guys later.